We're here at Brunswick, West Covina for the title matches of today's JBT event. Handicap a full half game ahead of scratch here. Timothy Kessler has climbed the ladder in only his second career JBT event. He was the number 5 seed coming in, and that's a turkey for him in frames 2, 3, 4 to take an early lead over top seed Brittany Bland. Kessler in a completed uncharted territory after that first step ladder match, and has just grown seemingly more confident with every match since then. Should have his hands full with Bland, who has bowled great en route to that top seed. Might be feeling some early pressure through Kessler's 3 in a row here. She's clean through the first 3 frames though, and has a relatively makeable spare here in that 3-pin. She is also giving 3 pins a handicap. She has to beat Tim by 3 to tie and 4 to win. Solid spare shooter. Looks to have no trouble with that 3, and she doesn't. To their right, that's Cortez Schenk taking on Dallas Leong in the scratch semifinal, and he makes a really nice washout conversion there, and he gets a smile. A wry smile, but still a smile nonetheless. Brittany took over the top seed in game 7 of the 8-game tournament, and then consolidated it with a 2-15 scratch game to leap far into the lead as the number 1 seed at plus 141. 141 up, missed the cut a couple weeks ago in California. Totally different lane pattern this go around. 141 was good enough to lead. We bowled on Mexico City today, one of the tougher long patterns. We bowled on Stockholm, one of the tougher short patterns yesterday. So a very challenging weekend after some very high scoring events the last month or two. Brought the scores back down to reality this weekend for sure. Premium on spare making, and that's a 4 in a row for Bland. Should ordinarily be good news, but Kessler's found a way to get that 3 in a row here. It's like those 3 strikes in a row. He has won 3 matches in a row. Let's see what he does here. Oh wow, another real nice shot, just a 4-pin. He started out in a battle of first-time finalists against Ryan Howison, and he won that match 184 to 139. He then squeezed past veteran Renee Gentry by just 3 pins, 222 to 219. And then rolled past Eric Phillips, 208 to 168. Eric was having some thumb difficulties about 2 hours ago, and they were getting just a bit too much to overcome there for him in the semifinals. Hard and straight at the 4-pin. Great job from Kessler. 4 marks in a row for him, so he's leading by 13 plus the 3 additional pins that he gets. Well, his first career title match, and he's got a lead halfway through it. Dallas spares that up to lead by roughly 30 over there. That straight ball can often pay dividends because you're not as affected by the lane patterns as the bowlers who cross a lot of boards. So not too terribly surprising to see a couple straight players in play here. Tim's going to grab his own score correction that time, demote himself from a 9 to an 8. He wishes he got 9, but that time the straight ball didn't pay off as he gets some deflection in 8-10. So an opening for Bland to attempt to take advantage of here, as he's going to get at least 1 out of that. 1 is all. Bland can tie up the match on the scoreboard if she can strike here on the 6th. Just wants to keep on filling frames, let Tim make those mistakes. Tez having a hard time filling frames over there. He cannot get comfortable on 29 and 30. He's looking for back-to-back titles, which would be 71 on his career, but Dallas, of course, as tough as they come, and wow, kind of a bad break there. I don't understand where the bowling ball went on that, because that was a Brooklyn 7-9. The ball just fall off the lane before hitting the 7. We need one of those Tucson bowling centers that has the instant replay on it. And Tez is in a heap of trouble over there. He can only strike out for 183. Dallas at the clean 208 game working right now. And it's going to be a table for 4 at a local pizzeria near you for Tez, unfortunately. Good job getting the 1 from Bland. Oh, Dallas with the light 6-pin over there. I don't know if you saw it. We caught that on camera. Brandon Wanders earlier today left a light 4-6. Sometimes in Mexico City, if you choose to cover boards, you gotta go with you get some rather extreme entry angles. That's the only way to leave a light 6-pin. Hello. Hello. What's up? He moved that this week before. I'm sorry, I didn't change the event sheet. 4 is the correct time. Sorry, I didn't change that in the event sheet. Okay. Everything else okay? Everything else okay? Sounds good. All right, keep me posted. Thanks. Well, pizza time for Cortez and company. Whoa, and got her out of nowhere. Tim's been bowling so well. Got her ball there in the 7th. So after they trade opens in the 6th, Brittany gets that spare in the 7th while I was on the phone. And a gutter ball from Kessler makes things a little more interesting. Well, how often do you see Cortez and somebody else throw a gutter ball at the same time? That may never happen again. That's going to be right again. Mexico City has a huge out of bounds to the right. If you get that ball to about the 9 board, it will not come back, especially if you have a low rev rate like Timothy. So miss 3 changes the complexion of that match entirely. Well, the pins are still falling for Tim. Now gives Bland a 1-pin lead through 7 frames. Cortez is absolutely determined to find a strike from this lane. He's still talking it over. He's already lost the match, and he still absolutely insists on conquering this lane with 1 to go. Oh, that looked pretty natural. Ah, there we go.
Nice shot, Duster.
Well, important shot here for Brittany. She just grabbed the lead. She's working on a spare. It's a very good shot. Just thought it doesn't carry the 7. Brittany's season has been anything but bland. She started out on fire up in the Northwest with 2 wins back-to-back early on in the Pac Northwest season. She grabbed the early points lead up there. So even though she's an unknown commodity down here in the SoCal Conference, she's had herself a wonderful season from Troutdale, Oregon, Portland area. Go through it. Are you trying to go through it?
Yes.
All right. Here's what a 7D time champ. You got to have ball control to go through a 5-count washout. Dallas is actually trying another line on purpose there. That's close. Washed up. 70 titles. Well, again, we have not had a 200 game in the Scratch Division step ladder. That's how tough they're playing today. So it'll be Dallas playing Joe for the Scratch title. All right, now we have a very close match over here in handicap to finish out. Brittany with the 3-6. Now trails by 2 pins. Got a hook. Woo, just enough. All just had to pick up a roll at least, and it finally does. 9th frame spare will keep this match close. What can Kessler come up with here in the 9th? This is his 12th game of bowling today. He bowled yesterday's tournament. He's going to be light again. Well, kind of gets an unfortunate mix there. That's going to be very tough to make. You kind of got to go nose on this one. The good news is he doesn't lose any count. The bad news is you don't want to be shooting any 1, 5, 8, 9s in this spot. Rather ugly. At the spare. Wow, and he makes it. Wow. What a clutch spare right there. I thought that was going to be one of the ways to chop it off, but he made it perfectly. So he trails by 1 on the scoreboard, getting 3 pins of handicap. So he leads by 2. Both bowlers on spares, 10th frame. Absolute rookie Kessler going against the veteran Bland. Here's the 10th frame. It's there. Well, frequent watchers of these webcasts know that this is my favorite split in the world. The nary impossible 310. The nigh impossible 310. Will he make it? No. Shoot. So open in the 10th for 165, which is an excellent game. 212 is his handicap added in, so that means Brittany needs 169 to win. But that was enough to make her mark. 9 miss is 167, which won't be enough. Any sort of mark, Brittany wins. Anything less than a mark, Kessler wins it all. Going left. Wow. This is the most difficult, most distant 5-pin Brittany will ever shoot. That is all that stands between her and a title. She must spare it to win. Anything less, it's Kessler. Has to spare it. She is all over it. Virtually in the face. Kept her composure really nicely there. I don't think she's watching the scoreboard, and that's highly recommended. I'm incapable of doing that myself. I need to know what the deal is, but I always have been. But I think she did a great job of not watching the scoreboard there and just going about what should be routine, picking up a 5-pin. And it was a title-winning spare right there. She's tied as it is. She needs to stay behind the foul line. She did, and she is, and she's the winner. 3 times a champion this season. Brittany Bland. 222 to 212 is your final score. She gets a high five. She's going to go have a seat. She'll go collect her goodies. And an excellent job from brand new bowler Tim Kessler. We'll see more of him if he keeps on bowling like that. Good stuff out of both handicap finalists. We got the scratch division title match coming up next.